Hi everyone. I'm not going to look at you because I'm too nervous, but anyway, here's my story. From a guinea pig to a diamond. Just to let you know, my speech won't be as long as my daughter's. My Newcerity journey started about 2.5 years ago. I got a phone call from Martine. Mum, what are you doing Thursday night? Eva, the lady that did my wedding makeup, is coming down to show me a new skin product. Before I could think of an excuse not to go, I was also bringing someone with me. Luckily, my sister-in-law was visiting at the time, so I made her go with me. We sat through the presentation and thought it was really interesting, but didn't really think much more about it. However, the next week I discovered I was enrolled with Newcerity, and I would be receiving my products in the mail in the next 7 to 10 days. So they arrived and I sat them on the cupboard where they stayed for a couple of weeks. Another phone call. Mum, have you started using the products yet? I told her no because I didn't want to put acetone on my skin, as I have really super sensitive skin. I thought it would either burn or sting, as products that I'd used before had done that to my skin. So Martine assured me it would be okay, and I had to use it to see what it would do. After 2 weeks of using the products, people started to comment on my skin and how good it looked. I would just say, oh, thank you. I did that for about 12 months. I was really impressed at how it had faded my scars from skin cancers I'd had removed from my face. You can barely see them now, and I don't have to stand like this when I talk to try and hide them. So I was unhappily working at the credit union and thought I would be doing so until I was at least 80, earning $700 a week. Then Martine suggested I should start sharing Newcerity and look at it as a business, as I had no retirement plan. Yeah, right, as if I could do that. I'd watched a few presentations and didn't think I could do it. My excuses were I can't sell, I'm too old to learn it, my friends can't afford it, all of which fell on deaf ears. I never in my life thought anything more was possible. So I had a lot of fear around network marketing and thought it was another Avon thing, you know, not a secure job or income like working in the health system. Because after putting Martine through her nursing, because we did struggle financially, so I had a lot of concerns, but I didn't understand the enormous leverage network marketing could have and the impact it could have on so many families. And, Martine was doing really well in her career too, in her nursing career, and it worried me that she was just going to walk away and leave it. So anyway, putting all my fears aside, I decided to have a presentation. If I had one thing in my favour, it was that I had belief in the products because they'd really worked for me. So I invited 5 or 6 people, and guess what? Not one person turned up. I was so disappointed, I nearly cried. So I sat there and ate most of the food. And then I felt even worse. So anyway, I didn't give up. I asked a good friend of mine, Sandy, if we could ask her daughter Nikki, who lives in WA, if she was open to having a look at the products and the business. And one thing led to another, and that's when my business really started to grow. Thanks to Powerhouse Tamara Parker, wherever she is. She's built a really great team in WA with Dee and Kelly too. And I'd really like to thank them for all their hard work and appreciate everything that they've done. So my team kept growing so much that it enabled me to leave my boring job at the credit union. I could now do what I've wanted to do forever, which is volunteering at our local animal shelter. So I stand here proudly as probably the highest paid babysitter in Australia, maybe even the world. I now have more freedom and choice than I ever imagined, and instead of being miserable and trading time for little money, I now have the choice to do as I please. I get to spend time with my precious grandkids and make a difference for so many neglected animals. I recently rescued 5 horses abandoned in a paddock with no food or water and lots of injuries. I could not have done this if it wasn't for Nucerity, as the vet bills and everything associated with it costs a lot of money. So the thing is, if we can succeed in the business as a family, anybody can. I had no self-confidence and can't believe I'm standing here now in front of so many people making this speech. Thank you. So everybody just stick with it and just call on your upline for support if you need it. There are so many people willing to help you succeed, and if you embrace the success formula, anything is possible. I find it great being involved with so many happy, positive people, something I hadn't experienced in any of my other jobs. So what's your passion? Why do you do what you do? There's a few people I'd like to thank for helping me reach diamond rank. Firstly, my beautiful daughter Martine and son-in-law Nathan. They both work tirelessly to help anyone who needs support or just someone to help them stay focused. Also, Kim Gillen, Amy Kenny and Kylie Arundale. Give them a big clap. They give support to whoever needs it and are always willing to help out if you have a problem. And of course the founders, David, Lonnie and Richard, for giving us all the opportunity to leave our traditional jobs and create our own beautiful lives. So I'm going to leave you with a quote from Henry Ford. It's so simple. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. And Martine made me say that. Thank you, everyone.